Sorry about that, everybody. Some technical difficulties. I don't know if anybody has seen my video yet, but BlizzCon 2023 has been announced, and amidst all the controversy surrounding Blizzard, Activision, Blizzard, whatever you want to say, I have a predictions video up. There goes my frame rates again. I don't know why it does that. But yeah, you should check it out. I have, I think I'm gonna end up being pretty accurate with my predictions based on everything that's going on with Blizzard. So if you haven't checked that out on the channel, please check it out. Tell me what you think. Comment down below, like, subscribe, all of those good things. We're about halfway through the year, and I need like 23 more subscribers to get my goal. It may be a dumb goal, 100 subscribers, but I think it's a good goal for me. And until I figure out better ways to broaden my... Hey, what's up, Ant? Oh, I guess I can talk to Ant now. Ant, hope sound is good and everything, and I hope you're doing excuse me, I hope you're doing well. I am just taking Dontgnome in honor of you, Dontgnome, my 11 mage, and I'm taking him over here to Goldshire. So far I haven't had any close calls, or maybe I had one. No, I think I did have one close call where I almost died, but it's a little easier. It's a little easier, yeah, with mage, just because. Oh, you know what it was? I ran out of mana. That'll do it. Oh, there goes frame rate tank. I don't know if it just like has to render or something, but dang, it just gets choppy. I'd fixed it before. I don't know what the problem is. Could be poor internets. I don't know, but I'm hardlined in. A sick part of me wanted to go back and be like, you know what? Let me do a solo warrior, but I don't want to. And you know what? Let's make it exciting. I got 2 viewers now. Got Ant in here. I was saving this quest for later, but since I'm right here anyway, let's go see if we can get Hogger at level 11, solo dolo. And if this be the end of Dontgnome, may it be such a glorious end. Yeah, I mean, my other one was, it's like, and like, granted, I'm in a party. I had messed around a little bit, but like, on my own with one, off stream, but like, it's doable. It's just so slow, and the stream is so choppy. No, he doesn't even have a PC. Across the river? No, I don't. Okay. Like, if you're trying to do hardcore on a warrior, basically you have to only kill like green level mobs and complete green level quests and attack things one at a time, because if you try to take anything more than one... I am seeing a lot of warriors though playing with sword and board, so a sword and a shield, a one-hander and a shield. And it seems like that works for people, but I don't know. Alright. This is not even good gear for me. Decent pants. Alright, oh, a young forest bear. Mangy wolf. The other hard part about this is that it is like I'm not gonna be able to like join a group. You can't party up with anybody. You gotta do it on your own. And I wonder how many people are gonna be out here. Already looks like a few. See, there's a warrior. Oh no, that's a rogue. See, the one thing that I do have as an advantage right now is that I'm at least a couple levels higher than them, and I have Frost Nova, and that's super important. I don't have buffs up. That's not great. So let's buff up. Yeah, looking like I'm gonna have to figure out the latency thing again. All I'm waiting for though is Diablo 4. Like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that game. Next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. If you pre-ordered and you live in the East Coast, again next week. That is not Hogger. Where is Hogger? There he is. Oh man. Oh no, it's dead. There goes a warrior, look. Oh, dead. Ooh, ah. Oh boy. I don't know, can I try it? I want to hit him before the ads come, but oh boy. And a resist. Alright, I just have to be very careful of where I'm at and like... Oh. Okay, I guess we reset this fight then. Oh, I don't even have any cloth. Oh boy. Okay. So this ain't gonna work. Dang, he's hard. I can do damage. I'm gonna have to come back at like level 12 or something. I mean, the reward isn't even that great, so whatever. That being said, I'm out of here. And I know this is World of Warcraft and whatnot, but I am going to be doing like a I think I'm going to do a reaction video. I don't know, I'm not really feeling it right now. Kind of been out of things. Life's been tough right now recently, so I gotta find my spunk, find my pep in my step. I think Diablo might help me with that. It's a problem with like games I've played before is like, it's too easy to not think. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was, I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm, oh my goodness. See, this is how you die. Oh, no. Not paying attention. Oh, see, look, and no mana either. Yeah, go kill him. Yeah, go kill him. Ah, oh, Ludi. Dang. Oh well. Bridal? I don't think so. I don't know. Alright, well, do I even bother going back to Goldshire? I guess I can. There are some good fights coming up. Check out the channel. Also, I made a BlizzCon 2023 predictions video. You should check that out. Give it a like. Word, I may be working, so yeah, she's probably not. I don't even know where it is. Where is it? Well, if that's the case, and then should bring him over and hang out with us. I don't know what we're doing this weekend. I'll have to talk to you off stream. Yeah, my D4 class will probably be Sorcerer, just as my initial. And I think my second character is probably going to be Barbarian once I'm a little bit more established. And that's because I'm pretty familiar with the Sorceress now. And yeah, we'll see. But again, I might change my mind, you know, like it's you know, it's not like a beta where I have to like rush around and, you know, make sure I get everything done. I got all the stuff done, so yeah, it was mad fun. We'll definitely play together. We'll play on stream and stuff. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah. So let me see about this. About is there anything good to? Oh look, I can react to my own live video. It's weird. Oh, you know what? To anybody watching, if you're playing Diablo 4 and your first character, don't play on veteran difficulty if you want things to be smooth and fast. That is my suggestion. Veteran difficulty is harder, and it does not give you anything more besides like a small increment of EXP and a little bit more gold, which is not necessarily something you need to do, because if it takes you 20 minutes to clear a dungeon and it takes me, 10, I can do that twice in your one time. So yeah, and just level up in adventure, the easier mode. get as high as you can, and then when you do your capstone dungeon, you'll do that at veteran difficulty, and then you'll be able to unlock nightmare difficulty and stuff like that. So there's no reason to play on veteran, really. Veteran is just kind of there as, like, you know, tryhards and stuff, but there's no real benefit, honestly. And, like, even with the experience boost, you could just play and make potions and stuff that will boost your, or elixirs, and they'll boost your experience by like 5%. Play on PlayStation. Any suggestion for you to play? It doesn't really matter to me. So my thoughts on PC are, you do have a nicer level of control. However, comfortability, like I could play Diablo 4 way longer on console because I can be comfortable. I can be in my bedroom. I could be on the couch. You know, I don't have to be sitting in a, you know, although this is a very nice game chair, it's very comfortable. It's extremely comfortable. But, like, I don't have to be, like, sitting at a computer. And I can be, like, laying down on the console, and that's fun. The only thing, really, that PC has over the console is your inventory management and your UI management and, like, just, like, screens and stuff. It's just faster, it's smoother. You can rearrange your gear in your bag. You don't have to, like, in order to rearrange things now, it's like, you know, you have to press sort and then it automatically does it for you. But, like, maybe you got a piece of gear that might be good later, and you want to, like, put it off to the side in your inventory and not have it, like, you know, be right next to everything else that you will go back to town and, you know, break down for, or salvage or sell for gold. So PC is nice, but yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I thought the same thing too. And, like, even, like, the dodge button, which is super nice, which they actually, because I think of the PlayStation for Diablo 3 console players, you know, as a console player on D3, you have a dodge with the right stick or left stick or whatever. And I think it was such a good mechanic that they added that for PC also and just made it, you know, something across the board. But yeah.
Greetings and welcome to Sanctuary. Diablo 4 release is in less than 1 week, and it is time to talk about the biggest mistake you should avoid
if this is gonna
making
be, like,
in the first
copyright
days after
striked.
launch. Of
Let's
course,
see.
none of the mistakes I'm about to list is fatal and it is impossible to be undone. No, but it is good to know that by avoiding those mistakes, you can
This
definitely
guy is
have a better
Man
start.
D4. He's got
Let's
607
begin.
subscribers.
The first mistake you should
Subscribe to
avoid
him.
is selling your unusable items in the beginning. When I first started testing the beta, I did exactly the same thing. I sold everything that I got, and I immediately regretted it. The thing is, sooner or later, you will have to sell some items if you run out of gold. That's inevitable. However, doing so at the start of the game isn't really the way to go. You don't require that much gold in the beginning. Instead, salvaging the gear makes much more sense. Mistake number 2 is not enabling the tooltips from the
Wait,
game
what did
menu.
he say? Oh, selling. Yeah, you don't need to sell nothing. Especially since, like, selling early on the game is, like, the items aren't selling for a lot because they're low level. So I always would wait. It's good to start building up a nice little pool of resources for things that you need to upgrade later on, like upgrade material. So
instead, salvaging the gear makes much more sense.
yes, that's
Mistake number 2 is not enabling the tooltips from the game menu. Those tooltips can be found in the gameplay section of the game options and are
this is
called
for PC
Advanced
too.
Tooltip Compare and Advanced Tooltip Information. Not enabling those tooltips will deny you access to extremely important information, such as
change the hat.
skill lucky chance, additive and multiplicative bonuses, and those play crucial part in understanding the game mechanics. So make sure you enable those two first thing after you create your character and start the game.
I don't know what.
Mistake
the
number
man
3
just
is
said
not
there.
using any and those play crucial part in understanding the game mechanics. So make sure you enable your access to extremely important information, such as skill lucky chance, additive and multiplicative bonuses, and those play a crucial part in understanding the game mechanics. So
Okay.
make sure you enable those two first thing after you create your character and start the game.
I guess I'll do that because I don't know if
Mistake number 3 is not using any skill or mechanic that grants you unstoppable or immune. Those two statuses are extremely important as they make sure you can break.
So yeah, that is a very good tip. That's actually a very, very good tip. And the first playthrough that I had with a barbarian, I made that mistake. You never want to play a game like this or an ARPG in general, this genre, without having a skill that makes you immune to stuff, even for like a few seconds, like 2 to 4 seconds. You need a panic button. You need something that's going to give you that small window to get out of danger. It's super important. The temptation to just put a bunch of damage, damage skills up, is not. It's you want to do that, but in many cases, the saying always goes you're not DPSing if you're dead, right? So if you don't know what that means, you're not doing any damage if you're dead. DPS, damage per time. The previous tip was to enable the tooltips. We can just go back. So I guess in your gameplay menu, advanced tooltip compare and advanced tooltip information. Guess it'll give you more of the information on lucky hit chance and skills, or on the skills and stuff like that. So it's good to have. Let's go back here.
Grants you unstoppable or immune. Those two statuses are extremely important as they make sure you can break free from any CC such as stun, freeze, immobilize, etc. In some cases you might get caught and get several crowd control skills getting chained on you, which will most certainly result in you dying, especially if you are fighting bosses.
I need to do a little
So ignoring
graphic
or
like
not
that.
using
It's hidden
skills
behind
or
the
aspects with
picture,
unstoppable or
my
immune
window, but
will be a
I need to
crucial mistake.
do videos where it
The
has,
fourth most common
ooh, that's
mistake that you can
fancy
make
too.
is not to upgrade your health
Yeah,
potion.
see, there's a lot of
Starting
stuff I
from
gotta
level
learn.
10, you can visit the alchemist and upgrade your health potion. You must do that as the difference is really noticeable. The potion will heal you much stronger, and that is something you will appreciate, considering the fact that the monsters will also hit harder. Another similar mistake associated with the alchemist is to ignore the other potions. You shouldn't do that because not only they give useful buffs,
These are
but at
recording
the
at a
same
bad
time they
frame
boost
rate
your
too.
experience. So generally, you will have much better time in Sanctuary if you are using your potions.
Yes, use your
Avoid
elixirs.
World Tier 2. This is another mistake you can make in the beginning. I played a
What'd I
lot
just
in
say?
World Tier 1 and
What'd I
World Tier
just say?
2 during the betas. My honest opinion is that World Tier 2 is not that much difficult generally speaking, but might be much more difficult in one aspect, boss fights. So in a way,
That's
if you want
true.
to clear the campaign as fast as possible and get to World Tier 3, there is no point in wasting time fighting stronger enemies in World Tier 2. Instead, try to have a more casual time in your first hours in the game and choose World Tier 1.
World Tier 1.
And this brings me to mistake number 6, going hardcore mode. For some of you who don't know what hardcore is, it is simple. If you die once, that's it. You must start over with a new character. I wouldn't recommend to anyone going hardcore in the first days after launch, as we don't know tons of things in the game and we will learn on the go. Imagine
Hardcore mode,
dying at
whatever.
level 50. Crowd control effects such as stun are useless against bosses as they are immune to it. This isn't completely true. While you cannot stun the boss, indeed, you can actually stagger it. I will illustrate this with the current fight you're seeing. We are fighting a Shava,
That's
and
why
you can
Shava
see
would go
that there
down.
is a bar below her health bar, and it is filling.
I didn't realize
At
that.
this
but that's
point,
what that was.
it is full, and Ashava is staggered. She will fall on the ground, and she will
So
be
using
defenseless
CC
for
on a
certain
world
period of
boss
time.
while they're
Of course, we
immune
can take advantage of this and inflict
will
as much
build up
punishment
their
as we
stagger
can.
bar once that's
After she
full.
recovers from the stagger, she will
She'll be
lose
staggered
the
and
big
stunned
blade
for
on
however
her
many
right
seconds that
arm,
you just
making
saw.
her easier to deal with. So long story short, you can't stun the boss, true, but stacking multiple crowd control effects on the bosses will fill their stagger bar, and at some point they will be staggered, giving you free damage.
That's super
Don't
excellent to
underestimate
know.
that. And speaking of Ashava, she is a world boss, and ignore fighting world bosses is another mistake that you can do in the game. Killing such type of boss will give you tons of great rewards.
Yeah, I recommend doing the world bosses too. I mean, you want to make sure you get to a level that's like appropriate. So like, you know, I would say 20 minimally because I was able to do it and people were able to do it at 20. Anything sub 20, don't waste your time. Also, just like the level of gear that you're going to get, so like the legendaries that will drop from Ashava. If you do Ashava at a lower level, you're not going to be in the tier range of gear that potentially drops that you want. So like if you're 19, you'll get like stuff from like, 17 and like below. Like requires, level 17 and below. If you do it at 20, you'll get everything from like 20 to, whatever it is there. So you want to do it as close to the range of the boss as possible. So Ashava's level 25. You want to be as close to 25 as possible before you do Ashava. So just to make sure you optimize the amount of loot that you get and the type of loot that you get. You can also do Ashava multiple times. You're not going to get the Ashava world cache. You only get that once. So she'll drop a bunch of items and legendaries on the ground, and then she also drops this. Oh, I'm gonna hair in my mouth. Sorry. Then she drops this box that you pick up, and when you open the box in your inventory, more legendaries come out. So you end up, I think the first time I did it, I ended up with like 5 or 6 legendaries. So it's worth it for sure. And then when I went back and then beat her a second time, you don't get the box, but see ya, Ant. But you don't get the box, you'll get just the loose change legendaries that she drops. So you can do them multiple times.
Such as legendary items. So make sure not to miss world boss fights. The game will make sure to inform you if a world boss is around to appear and is anywhere on the map so that you can prepare. Usually you will have 30 minutes to get to the location before the boss spawns. Mistake number 9 is similar to the previous one, skipping events in Diablo 4. You shouldn't do that, as those events are usually 1 or 2 minutes long and reward you with obos, a curiosity vendor currency. In addition, you get
like
gems
to do these,
and from time to time legendary items.
It gives you just another chance to get some legendaries as you're leveling up, or at least just get some improvement on gear as you're leveling up. So, and the experience is really decent, and you can do them multiple times.
So make sure you don't skip any events that you pass by. Imprinting your main weapon too often can be another unfortunate mistake that you can do in Diablo 4. You see, you change your weapon all the time as it is your most important piece.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a legendary effect on my weapon either, because like he said, unless you're max level or close to max level, you're just going to be burning through your aspects that you get, the legendary aspects, and once you imprint on a weapon, you can't get it back. So it would stink to get a really good legendary aspect, put on a weapon, and then you get like a wildly good, weapon upgrade, like, shortly after, where it outweighs the stats and all of those things. Like they outweigh the effect that you put on it, or you might just get a weapon with a better effect. So
piece of equipment. For instance, all your skill damage relies on the damage of the weapon. Mistake number 7 is waiting on your class specific quest.
Oh yeah,
this is a serious mistake.
Do your class specialization quest. Super important to do that. That's like one of the biggest power boosts in early game, is doing your class specialization.
That can hinder your progress in the game. In majority of cases, the quest unlocks at level 15.
And again, like that's why you play it on the easier level difficulty. Don't play it on veteran, because on veteran it'll be a lot harder to get your class quest done, and you may have to wait and come back, and that's dumb. So like play on the easiest difficulty mode, get all that stuff, and if you get some good gear and you're really rolling and you want to change it and turn it up, you can. And that's the other good thing, you can change your difficulty like in town. You don't even have to leave the game. So,
and you must do it. Number 12 is not paying attention to the renown system. In Diablo 4, each zone.
So I'm not gonna finish watching the rest of the video, because these tips were all they're good, and they're they're good tips, but they're pretty common sense stuff. Like, you don't want to skip this. I mean, look at the amount of bonus gold you get for completing all of these things. So, like, discovering the areas in a region, doing the side dungeons in a region, finding all of the altars of Lilith, side quests, taking back strongholds, and discovering waypoints give you this stuff called renown. And then as you earn enough renown, you unlock all of these bonuses. And you can see, like, you get a skill point, you get a skill point, you get a potion charge, you get max obols, and then there's gold, and there's experience. This one gives you 4 paragon points. Like, super important to do these. Don't skip them. I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do today. Again, yeah. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.